Amanda, leave me banana. Daylight come and me one go home. Day,
Is everybody recording at this point?
I wouldn't be singing if I wasn't.
Okay. Well, actually, I don't know that that's true.
Daylight come.
I'm going to put a note out to Justin. Steve, would you mind putting a note out to... oh, Justin's coming in now. He just messaged. So then I'll put a note out to the patrons then, since Justin's going to be popping in.
The one that I already put in there.
You know what, Steve? I love you, okay?
That was the snarkiest way that you could have told him
Damn.
to do that. You could have been like, no, Eugene, it's good. I already took care of it. But instead you went with,
that's not how I do it.
Hey, moron!
Slippy's a sassy bitch tonight.
Dale, it's a Dale.
Yeah, boom, 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 ba-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Dude, this is how I get on vacation. I don't get it out of my system during the day. So it comes out during the show.
Hold on, I need Heather to push the button on my phone.
That two-factor authentication.
It's wonderful and horrible at the same time. Oh. Ooh.
We both just burped, but we did it very differently.
You held it in, and I let it out.
Well, I didn't hold it in, but I made it silent. You know, I did the like...
Yeah, no, not me. No. Mm-mm.
I figure our lovely listeners probably didn't want to have to hear that.
Yeah, it sucks for them.
You know, it's funny. Like, you know, I'll do a bunch of stuff when I'm like recording a video, right? Just like normal, like human noises. So like, I might belch. I do this one a lot where I'm like, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's fine. I don't even notice it when I'm recording. Then I go back and I edit my videos and I hear it and I'm like, ugh. Like, I have got to stop doing that.
That's what I have to say on the matter. And
like, I have got to
be muted.
Stop doing that.
Hi, what'd I miss?
Hola.
Oh wait, we're doing silly versions of our name tonight. Hang on, let me get ready for that.
Oh, you didn't know? Luke, I like it. I thought you were just gonna go with standard with the K, the C instead of the K, but you surprised me.
It's got to sound like your name, but not be your name.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna. Hello, Twitch. By the way, we've been here for a little bit.
Twitch.
You probably already know that.
We don't care about our listeners. We just do this to talk to each other.
We are gonna go, I suppose, without Justin, and when he pops in, we'll jump him in.
We'll pretend like he was never not there.
Sorry, gotta get out of my system.
I've got some like whitening toothpaste, and it seems to be doing its job. I'm very pleased.
Okay, so I've sent the message to the people. I think we're ready to... Oh, fuck, no, we're not. Eugene is fucked. Sorry, vamp for me. I need to get the...
Speaking of vamp, did you know that I have a
Music
fang right here? See? It's a sharp fang.
I did not know you had a fang.
My dog has 32 sharp fangs.
Yeah, but
They're
your dog,
very good at breaking
your dog
skin.
is a canine. There's literally a tooth named after her.
Mm-hmm.
My other tooth
and it
isn't a
hurts
fang.
when it digs into your hand.
It kind of is. I also have a massive underbite. Check this out. Like, this is me trying, and this is me not.
Huh. We're learning all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks
I'm
for
a nightmare.
vamping. All right,
You're welcome. I also had teeth in utero. That's another fun fact.
Test this out, and hopefully everything is working well. We're gonna put this one here. We're gonna have the Splatoon music, and let's test out how Steve sounds when I...
Very loud. Music
too loud?
Very loud. Yeah.
Okay, very loud. Very loud. We're gonna turn it down. Better?
I mean, yeah, sounds good.
Okay, how about with Steve?
For $5 a month, we can give you something better
music
than the
down a
Lost
little
Woods.
more.
We've got what we call the hidden feed. That gets you our all-access
That's
pass
good.
to everything we do behind the
Just
scenes and
gonna
otherwise.
play them all.
Head over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and pledge your $5 today.
If you like cartoony Italian plumbers, you're in the right place. Infendo Radio is on now.
Good?
Good.
Cool. Thanks for doing that. We haven't synced up yet, have we?
We have not.
No.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah, we better. I'm gonna be fucking pissed tomorrow. In 3, 2, 1. Gene Simmons, where you at?
720 and a half.
Okay. Linkle, where you at?
12-27. I hope she comes back in the next game.
She's gotta. She's a staple at this point.
Right.
Well, no, actually, maybe, because then she would have to be canon in the Breath of the Wild, or maybe
Well,
she's
no.
just a
They'll
yeah,
just throw her
she'll
in
be
adventure mode.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
You're
like
right.
I'm hoping they bring back Sia and Lana and Volga and not really Wizro. He was boring, but
Yeah, fuck
like
Wizro. Fuck
they need
that
to
guy.
come back. They just need to come back in like the side thing and be playable, but not like story accessible.
I can dig it.
Because honestly, if it's story accessible, we're gonna have a game of like 6 characters. You know, like we need other characters to populate this world.
Right? Exactly. Well, okay. Well, then let's get started. Justin is still futzing, so we'll let him futz and we'll loop him in when he's ready. In the meantime, we're going to get started with the show. Hold on. Oh, he's laughing. I thought I heard a boy crying. I have like a dad dar and it scared me for a second. So,
Aw.
anyways, you guys ready to rock and roll?
Ready to rock and roll.
Okay, cool. I want to use this one.
So, inside baseball, I play this game where I throw these magic cards and I try to get them through the hangers in my closet to like score a point, and I rarely pull it off. So, just wanted you all to know that. That's happening right now.
Thank you for that. Is that what you're going to be doing throughout the show, just like throwing shit behind you?
Yeah, I figure that makes more sense than listening when you guys are speaking. I'll try to hit the microphone a few times, so there's a lot of like popping noises that you can't.
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, right on the where like the front part, you know, where the thank you.
Yeah. I'll hit the squeaky toy.
Let's fucking go.
For $5 a month, we can give you something better than the Lost Woods. We've got what we call the Hidden Feed. That gets you our all-access pass to everything we do behind the scenes and otherwise. Head over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and pledge your $5 today.
If you like cartoony Italian plumbers, you're in the right place. That's the manner in which we roll. Infendo Radio is on now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Infendo Radio. I have the very cutest co-hosts with me tonight, every one of them. I'm going to start with maybe the cutest of the two. I've packed myself in a corner, haven't
Yes,
I?
you did.
Eugene, how are you doing tonight? Yeah, I'm doing real good.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
No, real. I love both of you equally, so I couldn't pick. But Lucas, how are
Okay.
you doing this evening? Since you were the one last speaking.
I understand that you have to say that on the show. We'll get together afterwards and talk about how you really feel. I'm doing good. I wasn't on last week because my internet cut out right before the show started. I'm still on a loaner computer. I am like 75% through analyzing the glips and glops that are affecting my good computer, and I'm hoping to have that fixed soon. But for now, I'm still doing the loaner thing. So, you know, getting used to not having things be normal, which is also the theme of 2020, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. Lucas, when you're not here and not on your loaner computer, tell the people where they can find you, please.
Oh my God! Well, I have a YouTube channel that I'm very proud of that is just killing me inside that I can't work on right now. So please go watch my videos and give them a like and let me know that my efforts matter because I'm dying inside, guys. That is youtube.com/c/LUKASPEACE. I've got a video on Sonic Forces and why it's not a good game. I've got a video on Crash Bandicoot and Crash 2 and all kinds of fun stuff. So go watch that for opinions that I'm too ridiculously scared of talking about on the show for. And really, that's it, because my website is down because I think I have to renew my subscription. I haven't been able to do that because I don't know my password because it's on my other computer. So don't go to chromatichue.com right now. Just go to my YouTube channel.
Oh boy. I think I know what your password is. It's like pee pee poo poo exclamation point Linkle.
Well, now I have to change it.
My bad.
Now that you know what it is, you can change it.
Steve, how are you doing this evening, and where can the people find you?
I am fantastic. I am on vacation right now.
That is fantastic.
He's
five
on a
consecutive days off.
5-day vacation.
And then
Oh,
I'll do a 4-day,
boy.
and then I'll do a 4-day week next week, and then I'll have another 4 days off.
Do you notice
so
how
I am wonderful.
Do you notice how when you hear good news from your friend, you're like happy for him, and then when the news becomes too good, you're like, screw that guy. Like,
That's how I got when he said,
Yeah.
okay, so he said vacation, and then Lucas was like 5-day vacation. I was like, okay, 5-day vacation? That's a little bit too much, Steve, but I
Get
hope
off
you're
the
enjoying that
show.
too much.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. I've been playing some stuff. You can find me in my Discord. Go to infendo.com, click on the community tab, and join my Discord there. You can also join the Infendo Discord there. And you can find me on Twitter at Gentus1.
Excellent. All right. Well, my name is Eugene. You can find me at infendo.com. Go there, find all the things. You can find our Twitter handles. You can find our websites that may or may not be down. You can find our Discords, which are definitely up. We've had some new visitors in there recently, so thank you for joining in. With that, we're going to toss it over to the man with the plan, Slippy. I know you have some people that you want to thank, and I know that it's the last episode of the month, so I know that the list is pretty big, so I know you're ready for me to toss it over to you.
Pass it over, but I will say that one of the things I love about Steve is how he's always prepared with the list of our patrons, so that we don't have to, stall for time or anything. We can just get right to the point.
Mm-hmm.
And the point is that we have a list of you guys who are patrons of ours we want to thank, and we're going to do that right now. So, Steve, take it away.
Yeah, thank you for just reminding everybody that I'm always prepared and I'm never not prepared.
You're great.
We would like to thank all of our patrons for continuing to contribute over at patreon.com/Infendo Radio. And they are Apollo Lemon, Mustard Giant Cow, Daniel Gaskin, Carmine Red, Shine Down, Michael Larson, Schnazzy One, Colton Malish, -64, Slacker Monkey, not Slacker Money.
Slacker Money!
You got the Malish right, but you got the monkey wrong. Come on, Steve.
Hey, we haven't messed up Slacker's name yet. We got to start sometime, right? That is how you know you're officially a patron of ours.
And he changes it on Discord tonight.
Yeah. And then, so the last 4, by the way, are our producers. We have -64 and Slacker Monkey with the money. And then we have our 2 executive producers, DJ and the Brianosaurus.
What kind of a Freudian slip is that? That, like, we don't just think about you for your money, but once again, thank you so much, Cash 45, Slacker Money.
Yep. Hey, I'm just gonna own it. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh boy.
I'm out of practice. It's been a bit.
Money or not, thank you for being a patron. Thank you for being a friend if you're just listening to us. We're going to take our first break here, and we're going to be back on the other side with the news and change the system.
Who wants news? There's always news.
Mm-hmm. also Twitch and YouTube, the video service that shall not be named because Twitch is a bitch, but fuck it, we're streaming to both right now.
Twitch is a bitch. I like it. Lucas is blinding me. What is that?
It's solid gold, Steve.
Yeah.
It's a hairbrush.
Oh.
I would not. We could have played Guess That Item, and I would have never got that.
What do I have in my pocket?
Let me level
That was
the
a
audio.
wonderful accent there.
And then let's find Lucas this time, because I don't want me. Nobody wants me. And then tell me how this sounds here. Good so far?
Groovy.
A producer's like a director who doesn't actually have to do any work. If you want to be a producer for Infendo Radio, head over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and pledge
couple of
$10 Music's just a little like a director who doesn't actually have to do any work. If you want to be a producer for Infendo Radio, head over to patreon.com/Infendo.
All right, well then let's kick it. Oops, wait. Let me put a note in Audacity.
Do we know what order we're doing the news in?
Doesn't really matter.
The news? No. I figure we don't want to... we should lead with Pokemon, I think, right? Because that's kind of the biggest.
Doesn't really matter anyway the wind blows.
Here we go.
A producer's like a director who doesn't actually have to do any work. If you want to be a producer for Infendo Radio, head over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and pledge at the $10 level.
We are back, and it's time for some news. I think what we're going to do is... Well, I mean, let's not bury the lead, right? Pokemon was probably the biggest news of the week, so let me talk about my biggest Pokemon news of the week, because Pokemon Home is coming to Pokemon Go. That's pretty big news for me, because I have a lot of Pokemon that are just sitting around. My Pokeboxes I've spent 200 coins in Pokemon Go so many times just because I, catch more shinies that I just can't, release, they're just sitting there, so... I need this. Thank you, Nintendo. Thank you, Niantic.
So I'm curious to see how much of it you heard, because there was some stuff that came out after the trailer on it.
Yeah, Lucas linked me to some article, so it's kind of restrictive, I suppose, but it's better than nothing. Anyways. But do you have that in front of you, Steve? Do you want to just kind of read it off, or describe what it is?
The Pokemon Home to Go transfer thing.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, from the way I understood it, obviously you're going to be able to transfer between them. I assume the transfer will happen on your phone. I also assume that it will be a one-way transfer. One thing that was interesting to note, they did say that in a support document for it, that coins will be involved for the transfer process, and that later came out to mean that you can transfer Pokemon and then there's a cooldown before you can do it again. So a lot of people were upset that you had to pay coins to do it. It doesn't actually sound like that's the case. In addition to that, when you make your first transfer to from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home, you're also going to be gifted a special Melmetal in Pokemon Home that, when transferred to Pokemon Sword and Shield, is capable of Gigantamaxing.
I didn't hear that part. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And they did confirm that they will have this out by the end of 2020.
Ooh, Gigantamax Melmetal looks cool.
I think that's all the points I remember hearing. Did I miss anything, Lucas?
No, that's pretty much it. It has been confirmed that it's a one-way transfer. They were showing the little arrows and stuff to show the transfer between the three. So yeah, I mean, if you're a Pokemon Homer, if you're a Pokemon goer, if you're a Pokemon goer and you want to move them into Sword and Shield,
myself.
You're gonna need Pokemon Home. So that's
also,
the only.
Eugene, that was good.
That's the only catch there. So be aware of that. You're gonna need to get a Pokemon Home account. I think it's $15
$15
a year.
Yeah,
it's
so
real
it's not.
cheap.
Yeah, it's really not a big deal. But yeah, just something to be aware of.
So backing up just this minute to Gigantamax Melmetal. he looks cool. He looks kind of like Starman from Earthbound.
Yeah, he does. He's kind of all melty and stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
I like him.
He's also the final Gigantamax Pokemon I'm missing from my collection. I have a spot open in my living Pokedex for him already.
Wow. You know, it should be pretty cool.
No, I'm so excited. That's pretty cool. I am one who hasn't even touched the new DLC yet. At this point, I might just wait until they're both out so I can play them both.
Well, then you're not going to have to wait long because the Crown Tundra DLC comes out on October 25th.
Yeah, exactly.
Second.
So I just might just hold out.
Are you sure about? Yes, you are, because it's the day after my dad's birthday. Anyway, that's a thing. That we want to talk about because, as you may or may not know, Steve and I co-host a podcast that's mysteriously disappeared off the air called Hyper Voice. So you could go check that out, but don't expect any new episodes right now because we're lazy.
Lucas doesn't have a computer.
So
we're blaming your hardware, not we're lazy.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, no. So the new DLC is coming out. We finally got to take a look at Slowking, and he looks amazing. We've got those Reggies that got leaked. Pretty much everything that got leaked is happening. So my voice feel is coming back, which I'm super excited for. Dragonite is coming back. All the dragons are coming back. And all the legendaries from every prior Pokemon game are going to be catchable.
Stop there because we need to make a distinction for those that aren't as up on Pokemon as the three of us are.
What is a legendary Pokemon?
All of the legendary Pokemon are back. The mythical Pokemon are not.
Mythical Pokemon are like
Celebi, Jirachi, Deoxys.
Yeah.
And I forget what happens after that. I think Teeny's one of them.
All the Pokemon that were like DLC exclusive stuff, that kind of stuff. But yeah, all the legendary Pokemon are back. And you're going to be able to get them in these really cool, like, multi-layered raids that you get to do with other players and stuff. It looks really cool. So it should be a good time.
Yeah, so, and I found some interesting information on that, Lucas, that I'm not sure even you're aware of. So in these multi-layer raids, it seems to be required that you have to do it with 4 people. I assume it'll be like a traditional raid where we can join with 2 other people randomly online. Once you join, you are required to select a party of 3 random Pokemon. As you go through the den, and you catch some of these Pokemon, you can swap them out for Pokemon on your team. What was that? It was in Pokemon Emerald. It was the Pyramid. What was that thing called, Lucas? The battle facility?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So, and then if you find a legendary Pokemon in said den, everybody has the chance to capture that at the end of the den. So it's kind of interesting how they're doing that. They're not going to let you just bring your Mewtwo into the raid and do it that way.
Although when they were showing off the footage and everything, they were talking about doing like the raids and the thing. And the footage they showed had a player playing with computers. I don't know if that was just filler because they were trying to illustrate a concept or if there is going to be a single player version of it. But we'll have to wait and see. But again, we won't have to wait long. So.
Yep, and Slowking, how much do we want to talk about him for a minute?
We can probably kind of skirt past that. I mean, this isn't a Pokemon podcast, right? He's out there, he looks cool, you should get him.
Yep. I don't think there was much else.
Yeah,
they had a collaboration video at the end of the trailer with a Japanese group that I had never heard of.
I didn't watch it.
Kind of cool. I also did not watch it. But it's cool that they did something like that.
Yeah, the only other thing that I had Pokemon related, kind of switching gears a little bit, Pokemon Go, bad news in my opinion. Starting tomorrow, Niantic is kind of changing the way that the game functions because...
seeing as how the pandemic is over and everything.
Yeah, right? Come on, guys. So, yeah, there was a lot of... work done to the game post-pandemic, right? So because people couldn't leave their houses, so to make up for that, Niantic made a lot of really awesome changes to the game. A lot of them are staying though, so like remote raiding is staying, stuff like that. Some of the stuff that's going though is and I guess
the biggest one for us, right? Is that the incense.
The incense one, man, that's such a bummer. Go ahead.
So currently, when you pop an incense, the Pokemon spawn rapidly. Like every minute, you're getting a new Pokemon kind of thing. So you can basically play the game without leaving your house. That effect is only going to take effect from now on if you're moving. So staying idle in your house and using an incense is no longer going to be a way to just generate Pokemon. You're still going to get Pokemon, but it'll be like the old-fashioned times, and it was like one every like 5 minutes kind of thing.
Right.
You know? So there's that. That's a big bummer. Egg hatching times have been cut in half. That's going to be going away. And there were a couple of other minor things that really didn't matter one way or the other. Oh, presents. You're going to be getting less presents, so it's going to be a little harder to do the presents.
Yeah, your buddy will be giving you less of that too.
And they're not guaranteed when you go to a Pokestop anymore.
Speaking of incenses, by the way, that just reminded me. When you transfer a Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home, that will activate your Meltan box, so you can use it again.
Oh, that's right.
I forgot
that's
to
the
mention
thing.
that.
But yeah, so that's Pokemon Go pretty much.
Yeah. It's kind of a bummer, right? I do like that they're keeping the 20 gift limit thing. So it used to be 10 before, so that's kind of cool. And incenses are staying at 60 minutes, so that's kind of cool too. But like the stuff they're taking away, it's like why? Like why would you do that?
Here's what I'm confused about, right? I mean, there are places globally where COVID has become less of a thing, right? Like Italy, for example, I guess is doing much better now, which I'm happy to hear because they were like the death capital of the world before Miami was like, hold my beer.
Yeah, they were.
But there are still a lot of places that are being affected by it really badly. And I'm sure they know that. In addition to that, this has been one of the most profitable years for the game that I can count, right? Like they've done remarkably well for themselves. So I guess I don't understand from a humanitarian side or from a business side why they're doing this, right? Because it's going to make less people play the game, or it's going to make more people go outside, and they're probably going to make less money off of it. Person who just joined and has very little idea what we're talking about.
I have questions. While Justin has appeared.
What can we help you with?
I'm going to assume, based on context, we're talking about Pokemon Go?
We are.
Okay. A game that I've actually restarted playing recently.
Well,
now that
I hate to break it to you, but they're taking away some of the features that make it easier to play the game from home.
As long as I can still carry 12 gifts at a time, I'm good.
You can still do that.
Yeah, you can carry 20 actually.
Up to 20, yeah.
20, yes, that's what I meant to say. I'm sorry, my computer is broken and so is my brain. Anyway, hi, follow me on Twitter at InfendoJustin. I'll get to the rest when I'm not interrupting.
But yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. So I think that kind of actually does it for the news segment, right?
Well, I had one more that I wanted to throw in because I booted up my Switch for the first time yesterday and Pokemon for the first time yesterday because I got a little Pikachu. This little kid's got a little hatty hat. Did you guys get one of those?
Oh yeah, that was one of the things that dropped. No, I haven't downloaded it yet.
Yeah,
It's cute.
I still don't have the game yet.
It's the Gen 1 cap, and I forget what the other one is. I think it's...
Well, Justin, you're in luck because now you can buy the full game with all of the DLC as a complete package. That's coming out.
I only downloaded
Which
the
I'm
Ash
pretty sure you
Ketchum
could
one.
anyway.
I didn't know there was 2 hats.
I also thought there was only one right now. The Ash
two,
Pikachu.
There's 2 available. I saw the other one on Cerebi.net. I just don't remember what the other cap is.
There is a little bit of other news. This is very minor, but Steve and I played like 80 hours of this game, so might as well talk about it. Crystal Chronicles got an update, minor update, but the dev has come out and basically, you know, how I put it when I was talking to Steve last night was traditional Japanese game developer style, right? Where it's like, I've made a mistake. I'm so sorry. Forgive me for my indiscretions, you know? So he came out and he was like super apologetic that people were having trouble with the game. They've made a few adjustments right now, nothing major, but he says there's more work coming down the line. Minor things, though, like when you're playing in a multiplayer match, being able to skip the boss battle if you're like the host kind of stuff. So the cutscene and the murder gathering cutscene. Just little things like that kind of affected quality.
Actually, that's pretty huge just to be able to quit the cutscene.
That's like a 40-second.
It probably saved Steve and I about 20 of our 80 hours. So,
yeah.
But yeah, no, and he has said that he's going to continue to be making changes. So I applaud it. I think it's really, you know, it's classy. It's a classy thing to do. this is not one of those games that feels like a lot of time with like indie games. Sorry, I'm throwing indie games under the bus again. But a lot of times with indie games, it feels like they kind of release and then they fix the problems after the fact. And I understand why, you know, it's hard to make a game. But this doesn't really feel like that, even though I think some people online might say that that was how the game was done.
I find that's more common with like major studio games than with indie games, honestly.
Agree to disagree, but I feel like this one wasn't done that way. It was a fine game. It came out fine, but there are issues, and you know, I'm happy to see that they're tackling them. So,
although to be fair, like indie studios don't tend to have a large team of testers, so that could be why a lot of bugs slip through for that and stuff.
That's kind of what I'm saying, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you'll get the game and then it'll be like, hey, I heard that, you know, 12 people can't get through this level because, you know, there's some enemy that's not supposed to be there. Let me take that out for you guys, you know. No criticism intended at any person in particular, just, you know, observational stuff. But
so,
yeah.
There are actually 2 more pieces of news that I'd like to bring.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome to the never-ending news cycle, ladies and gentlemen.
My pieces of news are both about playable characters. I believe it was Tokyo Game Show that just happened this last week, and we got a pretty decent size, if you watched in Japanese, got a pretty decent size look at the gameplay of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, at which they unveiled a new playable character. So in addition to the 4 champions of Link, or the 4 champions and Link, excuse me, you also have young Impa. So Impa from 100 years before is now a playable character in that game.
That's kind of cool, actually.
We also have a brand new trailer that was released right after that in English that I think features her, if I remember right, as well.
I don't remember seeing her, but I also could have missed her.
She looks really, really good, and maybe it is not in the English trailer. She looks awesome. She seems to use some of the rune powers, a lot like Zelda does. But hers are all related, like, you know how you've got the monks in the, you know, when in each of the shrines there's a monk at the end of it. She actually uses those for a lot of her attacks and a lot of, like, you know, blue rune Sheikah style attacks. It actually looks pretty cool. Nice. And then tomorrow we are getting the next Smash Brothers Fighter announcement. We're getting a 3-minute trailer, and then I think Sakurai's going to do a thing after that. I don't, because it's only a 3-minute trailer.
Crash for
no!
Smash! Crash for Smash!
No.
I've traded sides!
Yep. I don't think we're going to get the character tomorrow. I think we're going to get the release date for the character.
Yeah,
because it's like a 3-minute trailer and
probably
not
another like
a 40-minute demonstration
before we get them. But
I mean, it would be really nice if they, you know, do one of those very Nintendo, here's the new character and it's available now. But yeah, they don't tend to do that for Smash.
So a lot of people are speculating it's Pokemon, because this falls on the same week as the Pokemon
like
announcement.
a Gen 8 Pokemon, yeah. So
somebody else also speculated possibly a Monster Hunter tie-in, since we just had a million Monster Hunter.
Have a name that's
yeah, Lucas, I agree. But yeah, no, so in lieu of playing an actual game tonight, because, you know, we usually do like not change the system, whatever. How about we just go around the horn and say who we want for the Smash character to be, right? Because that seems like a fun little exercise. And I will go ahead and say right off the bat.
Or who we think it is.
Whatever you want. Dealer's choice. So again, I want Crash Bandicoot because I fell in love with that game series.
I've wanted Crash since the beginning. So, but you know, I think that's who it could be. Although I really want Minecraft Steve.
But in lieu of Crash Bandicoot, and almost more so, I'm kind of hoping that we get like a Nintendo character, or like, you know, maybe like, for me personally, like a Sonic character. I've always wanted a second Sonic character in Smash. But yeah,
the fact that there's no Tails or Knuckles at this point,
Eggman or Shadow or Metal Sonic, like so many clone characters they could make that are just Sonic, you know. But yeah, just something like that, something to kind of add to my Smash experience instead of being like a whole new thing, right? Because like Min Min was cool, but like, I don't know, for the kind of way that I play Smash, why does it matter that she's in there? She doesn't have anybody cool to fight. You know, I'm not going to be doing any cool matches against
Right.
Min, other than like Little Mac. So yeah. Anyway, that's me.
I kind of feel that what I want is another. I want a Nintendo character, right? But I want an antagonist rather than a protagonist.
Antagonists are always good.
I guess like a pipe dream character would be like a Girahim, but
Oh, now you speak in my language.
but who do I think it's gonna be? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't have an answer to that question because Nintendo is pretty good about covering this stuff up as of late.
Mini Guardian.
That would be funny.
I mean, we have Piranha Plant. Can it get much weirder than that?
Well, that's what we said when we got Duck Hunt Dog, and then we got Piranha Plants. So
Waluigi.
I would take a Waluigi. That would be cool.
I mean, I don't know at this point. Like, I don't know if there are any Nintendo characters that are left that I feel have been left out. Like, anything big. Like, really, honestly, like, I just want whatever weird-ass stuff comes out of Sakurai's brain.
Glover.
Because some of my favorite characters have been the ones where Sakurai's like, hey, here's a weird character / device that I can make a character around, like
Lego Batman.
We got Rob, we got the Duck Hunt.
I got it. The paper, the colored pencil from Paper Mario.
Oh no.
Yes.
No.
Colored pencil.
I could take
Paper.
it. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, I know what I want. I want the little cat that was in the Wii News channel menu thing. That's what I want. I want the cat from that.
Ooh, or what about like a Bulborb or something from Pikmin? You know, like just like a random enemy from Pikmin. I would take that.
You know what? We're ignoring the obvious here. A Nintendo character that fans have been wanting for a long time that seems like a long shot. Where's Gino? Where's Gino? Or Mallow even?
I'm always wanting Gino.
Yeah,
but
Gino,
also, I think if it is a Pokemon, it's going to be Cinderace, just because that's like the breakout star of this generation.
What about Dixie Kong? We have Diddy Kong.
I can
They
see
just
Dixie
released Donkey Kong Country 2
That'd be
on
cool.
Virtual Console.
Dixie Kong was, I believe, like planned for Brawl before she got cut.
Oh, really?
So the rumors go, yeah. So
I would take Dixie. That's a unique enough character.
Whatever character they introduce, I really hope that it's not one of these super hyper professional technical characters like they've been releasing. Like every single character that's come out in this fight.
I got it.
Has
Cranky Kong.
there you go. So and Scrooge McDuck could be a clone character, but
Exactly.
but kind of to that point, I had always kind of thought Monster Hunter would be an interesting character. Just like a hunter that could switch between different types of weapons. But I feel like that niche has kind of been met with Byleth. He kind of plays exactly how I...
Final Fantasy character?
No, specifically Byleth, because Byleth works with like the hammer and the lance and the sword and the chain and the bow. Like he plays like how in my head I mapped out like a Monster Hunter character playing. Very slow with a lot of different weapons that are used with different like button combinations.
That makes sense.
Okay, first of all, if we're talking Final Fantasy characters, Cecil, please. Second of all,
Tifa.
we don't have enough. We don't have enough Namco characters, considering Namco co-developed the game.
We have enough Namco characters.
I want to see somebody come over from either Tekken or preferably Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur would be cool. Like Khalik.
Right, or
Ivy.
Nightmare /
It's not going to be a girl Soul Calibur character, I'll tell
Ivy
you that
versus
much.
Bayonetta.
I don't know, we got Bayonetta. Right,
Okay,
exactly.
Sure. So I have to chime in because chat has had some good suggestions as well.
Oh, boy.
All Schnazzy one, by the way, so thank you, Schnazzy. Schnazzy says, Chibi Robo, Paperboy.
Yes. Interesting.
he says, "You're right. We need another Fire Emblem character." But then he says, "Red Contra guy," and a variation of Donkey Kong with a Funky Kong. So to kind of coincide with what you said, Steve.
If it's some like 80s shooter character, like Doom guy, I'm gonna be so bummed out. It's like that means nothing.
Duke Nukem.
Technically, Doom is from the 90s.
Oh God.
Yeah, Doom 93. How many
The
times
only-
have you heard me say that?
The only thing that would be fun about like Doom guy, if that rumor ended up being true, is that I'd finally get some like cool like bounty hunter-esque character I could fight against Samus. But yeah,
What about
Octoling.
Isn't well? I mean, Fox and Falco are bound.
Yeah, but like somebody that feels
and
like
Captain Falcon.
somebody that feels like they
Somebody
fit
in
the
a
Metroid
power suit,
in the
basically.
Metroid universe. Yeah,
That's-
like what you'd see with like Metroid Prime Hunters. Like remember those characters?
I have the
Silence.
feeling that Nintendo doesn't actually know what a bounty hunter is, because every time they want a character to seem like hardcore, they're like, "Oh, and he's a bounty hunter," and then all they do is just typical like video game things.
Clearly, you
I
never
guess-
played Metroid Prime Hunters.
Technically,
actually,
Star
I
Fox
would
is a
love-
mercenary
Yeah, there we go.
squad.
We get one of the hunters.
I would love to have any of those characters from Hunters, because those were the
eight
cool.
hunters.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, those were probably the coolest characters that have ever come out of the Metroid universe, in my opinion. At least like enemies, they were just interesting. I felt.
Well, and
Yeah,
they could
there's a lot of
defend like
fun.
the Koopa Kids, because I seem to remember there being 8 hunters.
Kind of, although they kind of each had their own unique style, like the
Yeah, I
red
don't
one
know.
could go invisible and stuff, so
I played that game all of once, but
I'd love that game.
I'd be
that was
I'd be
the
game.
only Metroid Prime I actually finished.
Same.
We played that game when we were supposed to be doing algebra, but the thing was, we had to do it when my other friend was coming back from lunch, because he would be in the right Wi-Fi area, or whatever the wireless feature of the
The local
DS was, so
wireless.
then we can get 4 people all together while we were in class. It was great. Anyways, what else we
the
got for
hook.
news? No other news, I would
That's
imagine. Justin,
it
you
for
just
me.
popped in, so did you happen to have any news from the week?
I don't have any news. I played a new game.
Well, yeah, let's
I mean,
talk
it's
about
not-
the news we've been playing. We haven't hit that yet, so why don't you
Okay.
start us off
Let's
there?
talk about the news we've been playing.
I mean, I haven't.
Yes.
I mean, it's not a new game technically. It's not. Well, all right. It's not even new to me. I started playing Ring Fit Adventure finally this week. I bought it around my birthday, and actually I bought it with birthday money in January. It was still in the plastic wrap when I went to play it on Monday, but I decided I need to finally do something physical, get myself into shape. And if you're looking to get into shape and you can get your hands on this game, I say pick it up. I don't know whether it's the quality of the workout or the lack of quality of my body and how I take care of it, but just the warm-up caused me fatigue and sweating.
The irony is it's really not made for a gamer body, and I think all of us have admitted to having a very hard time starting out.
It's
I am
Eugenia
not
said that
flexible.
And like the flexibility isn't so much a problem for me, but some of the things that they want you to do don't lend themselves well to a larger body. Like I found even tying like the thing around my upper leg difficult.
Oh, sure.
Because I've got a large upper leg, right? So like I kind of had to like make
I have
do
my mother's
and
thighs.
well, I had to kind of make do and tie it like around where my knee is, but then I couldn't really do all like the squatting exercises and stuff. So it's like there is a cutoff point for it, like a lot of exercising actually, where it's like, you might not really be able to get the full experience out of this game if you're so far gone that like you need to exercise just to be able to play it, kind of thing. Like there's a
a
limit there.
tangentially related side note on Ring Fit Adventure. If you download the Animal Crossing update, which should be available today for the Halloween event, that's one of the bonuses you get is a Ring Fit controller that you can put into your house.
Oh, fantastic.
Interesting. Well, good. They're finally introducing Nintendo object, so
And
it was
when
one
you-
thing I missed.
And when you
More news.
interact with the Ring Fit, it puts you in a mini game where you have to tap the button. No, that would be too much fun. But
That would be cool, actually.
Nice. I like.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty much
really
like
do like. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, pretty much besides that, it's just been Super Mario 3D All Stars and Pokemon Go on and off. Some of y'all might have actually gotten gifts from me. So
Cool.
Well,
then.
I've
Yes. Please
been
tell us.
playing
Tell us.
I've pretty much just been playing Pokemon Go, to be totally honest with you. Monster Hunter got revealed a couple weeks back. I think it was actually right before the last show. I wasn't on the show, so I didn't get to squee with Steve about it. But I've been playing a little bit of Monster Hunter just out of like excitement. Nothing interesting though, just literally jumping into a couple of solo missions to kind of polish the sword, as it were. But no comment, Justin. But
I wasn't
Pokemon
listening.
But Pokemon Go is a game I've been playing a lot of, and I'm very upset that the incense thing is going away because I've been catching pretty much a shiny Pokemon every day that I have it on.
Hey, Eugene and Heather can finally not be mad at you.
Oh, please, Heather catches one every day too.
Oh, she caught 2 in a row the other day too.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, but no, so that's actually kind of a bummer because I've been focused on a lot of like real life stuff lately, like fixing my computer and working on my channel and all that stuff. So I haven't really been doing a lot of gaming. Pokemon Go has been that kind of in the background game that I play while I'm at work or when I'm walking around the block and stuff. So kind of honestly a little nervous about how it's going to affect the quality of my gaming moving forward. But yeah, really, that's kind of it. I haven't been doing a whole lot. I played a lot of Sunshine in like the 2 weeks since I've been on the show. I'm at 118 Shine Sprites. So as soon as I want to buckle down and get those last like 15 blue coins, I can cross that game off my bucket list. But yeah, that's really about it.
So
Nice.
I've also been playing Mario 3D All Stars. I just got my 120th star in Super Mario Galaxy. And remembered how much I hated what happens after you get your 120th star in Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, doesn't it like start the whole game over again with Luigi?
I was gonna say, doesn't that
That's
unlock
right.
Luigi?
Yeah.
It does, but the thing is, it's like,
Now
hey,
he has to do it
congratulations,
all
you beat this
again.
game. Now you have to start over.
I mean,
And
you
I'm like,
don't.
but-
Clearly, you've
I
never
just-
played the original Super Mario Brothers.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I just forgot about that, and I don't even know that I ever beat it as Luigi before, so now I have to do it.
I mean,
So,
once
Because it's the green stars or whatever, right?
Yep.
no. The green
no?
stars are in Galaxy 2. There's only 3 green stars in Galaxy. It's literally just playing the game again as Luigi, but the difference is he can run faster and jump higher, but he can't stop on a dime like Mario can.
I
So
know that
he's
there's
hard,
something
like
that happens
Luigi.
if you beat it all the way through with Luigi. Like there is some payoff, but
Is there?
I want to say it's not worth
Well,
it. I
Like an
can't
extra
remember.
like an extra like 3 seconds in the
I'm
ending.
still gonna
cutscene.
do it
Right.
because I really, really enjoy that game. I also picked up Cadence of Hyrule again today because I realized
cool.
the Skull Kid DLC was out. Eugene, if you want a challenge, I was telling Lucas this pre-show, or I don't remember when. If you want a challenge, play the Skull Kid DLC. I cannot get through the training dungeon. It is that hard. Like,
I'm gonna
holy
have
cow.
to give it a shot because that was the one thing that bummed me out of the original. I thought it was just kind of easy,
Oh,
you know.
it is hard. The first boss of the first dungeon, you have 2 key rooms that you can go into. One of them is either a Lionel, or the other one is like a room that has, anywhere from 3 to 10 enemies in it. And you have to get through one of those 2 rooms to get the
I
Skull
don't
Mask.
remember there being a training dungeon in the original game. Is that just for the Skull Kid, or did I skip it?
I say training dungeon, but it's the dungeon where you get the first item from. But you cannot even leave the town that you come from until you beat this little dungeon.
Huh.
So it's essentially the first dungeon of the game to get your first mask.
Yeah, I don't remember any
Um,
of that.
It is downright brutal. Holy crap.
That's kind of exciting.
Yeah, and Lucas, you will be happy to know that the remixes, if you buy the remix DLC, are available in this version of the game too. So you can play the Skull Kid DLC with the music.
That's
stuff
a lot of
if you
game,
That
I
I
feel,
like.
then.
It really is, and I don't remember what the price on it was. I think it's like $30 for Cadence and maybe 10 or 15 for the DLC.
I think that there's I think and there might be a
It's-
bundle, right?
Yeah, there is a bundle. The bundle should actually be out physically now, from what I understand too. So you can
It's-
buy it bundled on the eShop, or you can buy it on cartridge.
It's a lot of game, and I'm not usually the one that goes this route. But in fact, I feel like usually I'm the one that's arguing against this point. But it's such a short game, you know? And I think maybe that's part of the reason why I'm so hesitant to jump back in. I very much enjoyed my time when I played it. In fact, I think I published my gameplay video
Right.
on Infendo.
Well, but here's the deal. You've got the game already, right?
Yeah.
You're paying $5 for a campaign that's just as long as what you've already played.
Yeah, but you know that time sink like fallacy that we talk about, where it's like, do I want to do it kind of thing? That's kind of where I am. It's like I played the game. The game was good, you know. I don't know that I don't know that I have that drive to go back in for the DLC. It's kind of like the Breath of the Wild DLC, right? Like the only reason I really jumped back into that was because of my diehard need to finish every Zelda game that I play. But
Sure.
if it was a different game, I mean, I've bought DLC before for games. Like I loved My Life as a Dark Lord, but I never got so far that I could do the DLC stuff. And I bought it, and it just sat there being wasted. I feel like I'd end up doing the same thing with this game, you know?
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, because for me, anyways,
only-
after I put down a game, it's almost like there's a finality there, right? It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on to something else, you know, unless it's something that I really, really, really like. Like, it's very rare that I want to go back to it.
Well, and there's only so many games in a day, and there's so many other things you want to be doing with your time, you know, that it's like, you know, okay, if I devote myself to this, even if it's only like a 5-hour campaign, then I'm missing out on 5 hours of, you know, Pokemon Go or whatever else it is
Right.
I want to be doing that might be more enjoyable for me, I guess, you know?
Yep.
You know, and I don't want to derail this discussion too much, but I was thinking.
Choo-choo!
I was thinking something similar the other night about how I kind of miss when Nintendo was failing. It was kind of nice to only
I
get,
get it.
you know, the N64 days and the Wii U days when you
I
would
feel
only
especially the GameCube era, but when
Yeah.
like they were so behind, even the Xbox and the PlayStation, they had to bring out weird stuff like Odama, man. Like, come on.
Get, well,
I've
it's not
said-
even the weird stuff. It's the having time to play things. I have bought so many.
Oh, okay. I
Nintendo
get
games.
that
Oh,
aspect too.
But I'm
Yeah,
on the I'm
like-
on the Eugene part though. Game designers do their best work when they think it's going to be their last game. You know, like I don't know. I don't know
Final
where
Fantasy.
I don't know where I heard this. If I'm making it up in my head, but I seem to remember them thinking that Pokemon Silver and Gold was going to be like kind of the end point for a while, and they put so much work into that game. You know, like yeah,
And it's still the last Pokemon game that I absolutely loved. So.
Yeah. Well, it did kind of change a little bit after that, for sure. But no, like I get what you're saying, because you miss having the time to not have to buy.
Well,
80
and part of that
games.
is being an adult, but also
Speak
like
for
part of
yourself.
it is like you know, like I still have barely scratched the surface of Luigi's Mansion 3. You know, like, and it's just there's so many other games. Like I haven't played the campaigns of either Splatoon game, as we, you know, listen to the music. I have, you know, it's just like so many new games come out and I want to play all of them and I just never have time to play them. I'm actually scared of, you know, what's going to happen when the next Zelda game comes out.
Well, we were
Sure.
talking to on again, off again listener and friend of Steve from work, EP Nuthead, and Brendan the other day. And, you know, EP was telling us about how he's got like 1,500 hours in like World of Warcraft and like 1,000 hours in, what's that League of Legends and, you know, those kind of games. and
Yeah,
stuff.
And
it's-
CS:GO is another one that he's got an ungodly amount of time in.
And it's like, you know, like
You
like,
shut
should
up, Steve. You don't have a horse in this race.
Oh no! Because Steve and
do,
I,
they're my friends.
Steve and I were comparing our times with him, and our excessive times would make you guys sick. But compared to him, it's
Right.
like there's different levels of availability, right? So like I might have like 400 hours in a game like Breath of the Wild, and that's a
Right.
lot of time, but that's nothing compared to like 1,500 hours in WoW. It's like you can't do everything, right? And he was kind of teasing. He was like, Lucas, well, you're the one that doesn't have like a wife. You don't, you work from home. You should be playing WoW with me. And I was like, man, I just don't want to jump into that. Like
Yeah, I
there's
get that.
other life things I want to be doing with that time. And yeah, I guess to go to this point that we're talking about now that we've kind of jumped into, like, yeah, it's hard to find the time, right? So everybody's kind of got their own priorities when it comes to games, I guess.
Yeah, it's like funny. Like Breath of the Wild is, besides Animal Crossing, New Leaf, Breath of the Wild is the first game that I probably broke 100 hours on single player. Obviously, I played countless hours of multiplayer games, but and so because of that, I got Skyrim because I'm like, well, it's like Breath of the Wild, but mature and all that, and I probably put about 50, 60 hours into Skyrim. And thought, oh, The Witcher 3, that's another game in that. And I don't even think I've put 5 hours into because, like, none of them are bad games. They're all great games that I could pour hundreds of hours into. But, I've also got, again, Luigi's Mansion 3 that I've barely played. And, all these other games that keep coming out. And, like, when Nintendo was only releasing 2 or 3 games a year, I could get the game, play the game, finish the game, and then start the next one when it comes out. And I can't do that anymore. There's so many between Nintendo's games and all the third-party and indie games that I actually do want to play.
Right.
Like,
Well,
I
the
just start a
Switch
game.
is just like I don't. By the time the Switch is dead, it's gonna rival the Wii's library because the Wii had a
yeah.
lot.
I'm sure it
of
already
games.
does.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well, depending on what the next system is that comes out, it could still be your handheld.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
I don't.
Yeah.
I have not booted up another video game system in weeks, just because like I said, I'll go to bed and just play games on my Switch.
Right.
So,
Anywho,
I was going to review a headset tonight, but I want to actually play with it for about another week before I do a good review on it, because I've only had it for a few days at this point. So I'm going to save that for next week.
Tune in next time, ladies and gentlemen.
Fair enough. Well, I guess that just leaves me and the games that I've been playing.
Oh, that's what we were doing.
So I suppose I will tell you about those. And mostly, I have to say, I've been playing just phone games. And I did say that I booted up Pokemon earlier. Like, that's like literally it, though. I booted it up, I put the code in, and that was pretty much it. But yeah, I've been playing this game on my phone like it's crack. Among Us. I think I talked about it last week. I don't know why I've been playing it so much. It's just so fun.
I
I'm
mean,
actually playing it right now.
So here's the, not to totally cut into your segment, which is exactly what I'm doing as I'm saying it, but like the whole internet is blowing up over this game, and the game's been out for 2 years.
Yeah, it's crazy
So
that it's just
like
blowing up now.
It's like this cult mentality that just enough people latched onto it that now like everyone is in this zone where they're playing it, But anyway,
Right. Yeah, no, I mean that's pretty much it, right? I've been honestly just kind of entranced by this game. I think I don't even think the game is really that great because like it's just a bunch of mini games if you're not the imposter. So you're just kind of like pushing buttons or playing like these simple mini games. I think where the real charm is in the in the middle game or whatever I guess as it would be. So like when somebody reports somebody dead or when somebody like something like that happens, somebody reports just pushes the emergency button or whatever, then what'll happen is there's like a chat that happens and everybody gets together and they're like, okay, somebody found a dead body. Who saw what? Okay, I was with the blue person, so it couldn't be blue. And oh, I saw the brown person go in the vent, so they're obviously the imposter. It's just really fun. I like it a lot. there's nothing really more to say about it. It's free on Android and iOS, and I think it's $5 on PC if you want to play it there. But I've been playing on my phone. It's really good. That's pretty much it. Have any of you guys played it yet at all? By the way,
No.
I downloaded it.
I've been invited to play it on Steve's Discord by a couple of our listeners,
Oh.
so I might be doing that
Yeah,
tomorrow.
please,
if they get
for
into
the
it.
love of God, join my Discord and play with the people there so they'll leave me alone. I have no desire to play it because I would rather play my Switch. It's nothing against the game.
Steve's a
I just don't
hipster,
wanna
so
sit
he
down.
hates
I
anything
really
that's
am.
popular.
Yeah, I do. I hate anything that's popular and if it's free. In fact, Matt Desmond, formerly of Nintendo Fever, said, "Oh, it's free. Steve will never play it."
So-
He's not far off.
So here's
well,
the
you
thing,
can pay for it. I told you, Steve. Actually, there's
But I
a
don't
paid.
wanna.
There's a paid version on the phone too if you don't want to watch the ads. But you know,
Here's the thing. I'm a lot like Steve, and I tend to shun things that the rest of the world is enjoying and write it off as stupid because I'm better than the rest of the world.
As you do.
So, yeah. So like, when The Walking Dead was on, I was like, oh, this show's dumb, And it turns out I was right from like season 4 on. But like I do that with a lot of stuff.
6.
So whenever the governor died and they left the prison, that's when it got real bad. But anyway, I do that with stuff. So I want to be open and embracing of this game, which is why when people invite me to play it, I want to say, sure, I'll play it, even though in the back of my head I'm going, I play a board game that's like this, but so much more detailed and awesome, and I just want to be playing that all day. I want to try it because...
But see, I would love to play that board game too, actually.
But it's like a 4-hour experience.
And it's not as accessible. Like, I can literally just jump
Exactly.
into a match at any point and... Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm trying to get over my superiority complex when it comes to like media, and I'm hoping that maybe Among Us will be a way to do that. So hopefully those guys will get the game together tomorrow night and I'll be able to play it there, or I can play with you sometime or something, Eugene. But I just I want to give this game a try. I'm not going to try it unless I can play it with a group of people I know. That's just how I play games, So.
Yeah, sure. I get that. I've had a lot
games.
I've had a lot of fun with randoms even, but yeah, it's way more fun with people
Well,
like this one girl. Go ahead, Justin.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say one of the reasons I stopped playing Fortnite and Paladins is because none of y'all were playing it, and Rocket League. Like I've only played it with you guys because
Rocket League's free to play. Speaking of which, God, I've got so much news. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's that. I mean, with anything, right? It's always funner. It's always more fun with friends.
There's you and there's Chuck E. Cheese.
I had a blast playing the other morning. I think when I was getting ready for work, playing with my coffee. Like one of my friends on Facebook just posted a code, and I was playing a game with a bunch of my Facebook friends. It was just cool. It was fun. Nice. So, Among Us, I highly recommended. I actually did pay for the paid version. There's some extras that you get for that. And I wanted to kick these devs a few bucks because, I played it, at this point, probably 10 hours, so
Which
I figured why not.
In. Support what you believe in.
Right. If you're going to put that much time into it, you may as well, throw some money at it.
Hey, I'm here to be the fourth guy in the group who tells you it's okay to be cheap and get stuff for free if it's allowed to be free. So don't feel guilty and don't let these guys guilt.
Oh yeah, you don't. I definitely didn't do it out of guilt.
Well, look at it this way: if you don't pay them the money, the ad revenue will. So they're gonna get paid for it with your.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, after every match, there's an ad you have to watch. So for me, it was worth it to pay the. Honestly, I don't even know what I paid. I think it was It was $5 or less. That's how much I cared about. Little I cared about it. I saw it and I was like, cool, purchase. I think that's the way to go when there's a game that can give you the option for free, but still has these paid hooks. Type of thing,
for what it's worth, I agree with you. I just want to make our listeners who don't do that feel a little less awful about themselves.
No, you guys are jerks.
they should
Pay
feel
your
awful.
developers.
You're totally cool to just watch the ads and be poor. It's okay. Nobody's judging you for it. Sometimes people
just
don't have
steal
money.
everything.
I love
Nobody
living-
needs money.
We're living through a pandemic, and it's not theft because they put their game out for free. So you know what? Just enjoy it. And
Well,
stop
right,
feeling guilty about
Just
it.
When
know
they
that Steve
when they
will
put those
judge you.
games on the shelf in Walmart. That's out there for free, man. Just
That's
walk.
exactly the same thing as downloading a free app from the store. Yeah. You heard it
drink
here.
bleach.
You heard
when
it
they
here
put it up
from-
on the internet, it's meant to be free. You don't
You
pay
are-
for stuff on the internet.
Oh, in fact, this podcast that you're listening to right now, shame on you. Do you know how poor we are?
Yeah, head over to patreon.com/Infendo Radio. Kick us a couple bucks.
So with that, I think we found ourselves to the end of the show tonight. Before we get out of here, though, I know, Justin, you showed up a bit late, so why don't you tell the people where you can find you, all that fun stuff, and then we can get out of here for the night.
Sure. Something your mom joke, since I missed one last week.
Thank you.
You also
you can
missed one this week.
no, I just made it
Oh, okay.
with your mom. There we go. Anyway, you can follow me on Twitter at InfendoJustin. Definitely keep an eye on utilidork.com and my Twitter at utilidork. I'm hoping to not have to delay my big announcement, but it's definitely coming up hopefully before the next show, if not by the end of this one. So if you're into Disney World, go to utilidork.com, follow me on at utilidork, because I got something really big for you.
Nice. Well, good deal. Well, speaking of following people, if you are out and about in the real world, stay 6 feet apart and wear a mask. Don't follow people too close by. It is election time, folks. Get out and vote. If you have to go and do it physically, do it safely, wear a mask, all that fun stuff, social distance, wash your hands. If you have the option, send in a mail-in ballot, but probably send it in like yesterday.
Love of God, vote.
Yeah, that's
And if you're a white supremacist, stand by.
oh god.
We'll tell you when to vote. It's in December.
Go watch the
Great.
debate if you don't get that reference. Or don't
watch the
actually
debate.
don't.
Don't
Yeah,
watch the
don't
debate.
actually don't. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. We love you. Good night. Until next time.
If you can smell my fart, you're standing too close to me. Back off.
Will you shut up, man?
Words to live by, Justin.
See you real soon, I think is my exit. I don't know. This has been a cluster of a night.
How about
That pretty much describes the whole year.
good night, everybody. We will see you guys later. Bye, Twitch.
Bye.
Schnazzy,
Justin,
thanks for
don't-
playing.
Justin, don't